Welcome to Frontiers. Anchorage has a new mayor, and in our show this week, we're going to spend some time getting to know Ethan Berkowitz. As for his political career, perhaps this motto might apply. If first you don't succeed, try again. And after a 10-year stint in the legislature, he has run for governor, lieutenant governor, congressman, a perennial candidate until now. Even before Ethan Berkowitz took office, the tempo was upbeat. It was hard not to be swept away by the wide spectrum of cultures at the mayor's diversity celebration.
To be able to be here and celebrate the mayor's diversity celebration, we are very proud as a Filipino group.
Berkowitz sometimes gets criticism for his many tries at statewide office.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
But when it comes to knowing how to reach out, his campaign experience hasn't hurt.
Mis niños son en la programa de inmersión.
Berkowitz says diversity should be more than just a slogan.
We get to write a chapter of history that's uniquely Alaskan and is distinctly global.
Diversity, he told the crowd, is one of Anchorage's biggest strengths.
We have the most incredible people in the world, and we're going to do things that no one has even thought possible. And we're going to do it together.
There's the image a politician projects, but just how far is it from the reality?
Show the world what we say.
He's very well behaved. He is. He doesn't get himself into trouble. He doesn't do inappropriate things. He doesn't say inappropriate things.
Ivan Moore, a political consultant, met Berkowitz long before he married Mara Kimmel, back in the days when he was a single guy running for a House seat in Turnagain.
I mean, he won the first time in 1996 by 26 votes.
Hi, my name is John Moore. Ethan Berkowitz is my godfather.
Berkowitz shared a duplex with Moore, a coincidence later parlayed into a campaign ad featuring Moore's son, John.
He sometimes goes away for a long time. My mama says he's doing important work, but I miss him when he's gone.
Work in Juneau that turned high profile when Berkowitz became House Minority Leader. One watershed moment when Berkowitz spoke out against an attempt to influence an oil tax vote.
This is our floor. Our floor. No telephone call is supposed to change what we're doing. No lobbyist is supposed to peer over the railing and tell us to change our mind.
I think he was genuinely, personally offended that it was getting so blatant. It was a pretty shameful time, and I think Ethan's speech struck a nerve.
Another nerve? Berkowitz's reputation for being too liberal, one Ivan Moore says is unfair.
I think what we will see is someone who is about as middle of the road, pragmatic, smart, working across the aisle with everyone, as we've seen for a long, long time.
Proof of that? Andrew Halcrow, a Republican and Berkowitz's opponent in the mayoral race. He's co-chair of Berkowitz's transition team, just now putting the finishing touches on the group's final report.
He and I fought in the same trenches a lot, and he's a guy I trust.
Halcrow and Berkowitz served in the legislature at the same time.
He's like me in the sense where we both despise politics. We just want to get the job done. Just get out of the way and let's get the job done and fix the problems.
Halcrow will serve in Berkowitz's administration as director of the Anchorage Community Land Development Authority. His hope to reinvent the city for the next generation.
Millennials, they want to live together. They want to be downtown. They not necessarily want to own cars. They want to live close to the city center and nightlife and restaurants.
They also want good schools for their kids as well as parks and trails. But the need for this transformation comes as the state faces its worst budget crisis in history.
The state and the city have to rethink their relationship. The city has to become more independent, at the same time growing the economy.
Is it that Ethan or Andrew are too smart for their own good?
Moore hopes that for the city of Anchorage, the Berkowitz-Halcrow collaboration marks the end of partisanship and an era of smarter government.
Thinking about things critically, just being open to the process, not being an ideologue.
But it won't be easy. There's Anchorage's chronic homeless population, which Berkowitz says is a top priority, as well as public safety, reversing a recent uptick in violent crime. For now, a grace period, because inaugural celebrations are about hope, not fear. The Lord's Prayer in Dena'ina, an ancient Alaska Native language, as well as a duet featuring his daughter Ziva. Berkowitz's son Noah also told a story about a disagreement he had with his dad about how to pronounce the word proverb.
But I pronounced it proverb instead of proverb. My dad and I argued for about half a minute. Then I said pronoun, it's pronounced pronoun, so how would proverb be any different? My dad smiled and said, good point. I tell you this story to tell you a little bit about my dad and what he will be like as our mayor, and because I won the argument.
Ethan is very smart.
Berkowitz's parents shared some of their insights into the new mayor. They say from the earliest age, he acted like a little man, even at the Tiny Tots playground.
And these were kids who were 3 years old who could finally go to sort of a school. And Ethan took his father's briefcase, and he walks into this Tiny Tots with a briefcase. And many, many years, because Ethan's in his 50s now, people still talk about that.
Ethan learned his integrity at a very early age and around the family table.
A table where there was always spirited debate.
You had to tell the world or tell your family exactly the way it really was, because if you didn't, somebody would jump on you real quick and figure it out.
And that I will faithfully perform the duties of mayor.
While Berkowitz's opponents remain skeptical,
He calls me Big John.
supporters like John Moore and his dad Ivan feel vindicated.
Definitely, I was 5 years old. Yeah, so
when we did the ad.
Yeah, so I think I'm just really happy for him.
So does this event mark a generational change? Or is it just the honeymoon phase of a new administration? For every Anchorage mayor that's served, the job starts out as a new frontier. Take Mayor George Sullivan. He took office during the oil boom days and used cash for major building projects like the Performing Arts Center. Succeeding mayors were dealt a different hand when oil prices plunged. But one thing stays the same. Every administration must find ways to balance the challenges and opportunities.
Good afternoon, Office of Ethan Berkowitz.
What do we think this looks like and what needs to be done?
We caught up with Ethan Berkowitz on his first day on the job. Very little in his office belongs to him, not even this old clock. A reminder the city of Anchorage has swung back and forth between Democrats and Republicans running this office, even though it's a nonpartisan job.
I think we are out of luck.
Another reminder, as the official mayor's roster was taken down to be updated, Anchorage has a wealth of former mayors to draw upon for advice.
I see the former mayors in front of me and their wives.
They had front row seats at the inaugural. For Mayor Rick Mystrom, the flowers in Town Square are a reminder of his City of Lights and Flowers campaign, which he believes helped people feel that they could do their part to make Anchorage a better place.
Ethan has really only 4 responsibilities: create a vision, develop a strategy to reach that vision, line up the people to make it happen, and motivate.
I solemnly swear that I will support and defend.
Jack Roderick is the oldest living mayor and says from its very beginnings, Anchorage has been a magnet for those seeking a better life. And it's up to the mayor to keep that tradition alive.
This is a town of opportunity for young people. I think they can do more up here than somewhere else.
Mark Begich says it's the mayor's job to create a sense of optimism even when the going gets tough.
No, it is our present. It's our place.
If you come to the office every day saying there's huge opportunity every day, what's next on the agenda? What more can we do to make our city a better place? People feel that.
Begich says the mayor has another important role to play.
As the mayor of Anchorage, you have a significant voice and you also have a significant role in state policy. Now, I will tell you from experience, the state legislature will not like that.
I hesitate giving advice because different times and different situations demand different action.
Well, just 2 floors up, so just come up and bang on the door.
But Tony Knowles believes Berkowitz is off to a good start.
Beginning with his campaign, which was really based on what's practical and important to the community of Anchorage, and how would he play that as a mayor?
Knowles says Governor Bill Walker's bipartisan administration bodes well for the new mayor.
Obviously, the election of Bill Walker as an independent with the unity ticket was certainly not expected, but it hit a note of people that are tired of partisan politics. Ethan certainly did that in running for mayor.
But Knowles did have one criticism of the new mayor.
Just don't get upstaged by your kids again.
With his natural energy, integrity, and sincerity, my dad is the kind of guy who can lead us into the city's 2nd century of existence.
To be upstaged by your kids.
Alaska's flag to Alaska's stream.
Probably something Berkowitz can't avoid.
No simple